What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of BoomJamGaming with Vampyr. I am here. We're gonna be a good doctor. Gonna do doctor stuff. We got some patients to help. We got... sorry, I'm a little burpy. You see, I, remember how I said I'd have 2 cans of soup? I had 2 cans of soup. At the same time. Then I took the dog for walkies. And now we're back. So, you know. Have all that going for me. Itchy, itchy. But... got to say, the walk was relatively quick today because I tried to keep up with her as much as I could. And she was basically running, not walking. It's just that after so long running, I was pretty tired. Let's see what else we can do in this place. Displacement. He has a cold. He has a migraine. Find someone who can read the Braille alphabet. Okay, I can do this. Hello. Hello, Molto. Maybe I should have given the note to him.
This district seems to get uglier every year.
Oh, what's up, asshole?
Good evening, sir. Do you remember me?
If you're here for a reward, you'll be sorely disappointed. But I'll gladly shake the hand of a fellow countryman.
I'm not here for a bounty. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed from the Pembroke.
A doctor? In Whitechappel? What an opportunity. My name's Bates. Cadogan Bates.
Do you require assistance, Mr. Bates?
Not me, but your skills could help a lot of people round here. That would help my business, because I say, a live tenant's a paying tenant.
Wow.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane. She's a nurse. What can you tell me about her?
Dorothy Crane, bless her soul. I really should thank her someday.
Has she treated you?
No. When I need a checkup, I'd go to a bloody doctor, not some back alley clinic full of sick foreigners.
Since I took an oath to help people, can I be of assistance?
Well, seen better days, that's
I
for
like
sure.
that he's like,
But
I
it was
really don't want to
bound
help you.
happen with all these refugees about.
Infecting you is probably the last thing on these people's minds. Take this, in any case.
What? You give me this for free? Don't have a clue about this place, do you?
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane.
Dorothy Crane.
It's unusual to see someone so happy around here, especially considering the current situation.
Why should I be sad now? There've always been wars, disease, tragedy. There always will be.
That's an unusual way of seeing things in these trying times.
I don't see why I should shed a tear for another man's woes. I'm healthy, and I intend to stay so.
Wow.
What help could I possibly be to your business?
That's simple. I already get good money from all those fleeing the war. Can you imagine what they'd be willing to pay if I could offer medical assistance too?
Mr. Bates, do not make me regret saving your life in this quarantine zone.
I understand, Dr. Reed, you're from a good family. Don't want to get your hands dirty. That's fine. I'll be happy to act as your middleman.
I've no interest in money. Perhaps one night I will visit you and take what I require. If that should happen, there will be no need for a middleman.
So it's a no, then? That's too bad. The Reed tonic could have really helped people, you know, save lives. Isn't that what you do? I mean, people buy that Swamburer's shit.
What is your business, exactly?
I offer fair lodgings for a modest price to the poor and weary of Whitechappel.
I see. And what about those who cannot pay?
Well, deals can be done, if you know what I mean.
I really like
Money's
just
not
messing
the
with the
only
camera.
currency. After all, I'm not immune to a pretty face.
In other words, you take advantage of these poor lost souls.
Begging your pardon, I thought you was a man who could appreciate the complexity of the modern world. Things ain't just black and white, you know.
Tell me, what's your honest opinion of the increasing violence in London?
People are just beginning to discover what we've always known. This city's rotten to the core. They just took their bloody
It's
time
always
to
a
wake up and notice it.
filled
do you
with
mean?
people filled
People are
with
acting
shit
like the
that run
violence
wild
is
inherited
news.
it.
But it's always been savage down here. It just bubbles to the surface every now and again.
You seem to have recovered well since your attack. Do you ever think about what happened to you?
Not much. It was a fucking nightmare. Savages, absolute bloody savages. Their appearance. Jesus. It made me want to puke.
You'd better not come back here. I won't be around next time to save you. I want to know everything about the recent violence, Cadigan. And I want the truth.
Well, rent may be a bit high, and yeah, I've had to evict a few people. But that's business, isn't it?
It's a tough one. I just don't want to lock out any hints, because I want to know the full story on this asshole. Oh. Looks like it's not.
Sir, I wish I had found you a few nights later than I did. Or maybe never at all. Death would have been a well-deserved punishment for your villainy.
Yeah, but you saved me, didn't you? And you do it again, because you're a decent chap. Just know I'm not.
Take this as my final warning. You will not profit from the misery of others. Business is one thing, but what you do is quite another.
Really? What you gonna do? You ain't from here. You ain't Whitechappel, Doctor. You wouldn't know the first thing about playing dirty, even if you wanted to.
I'm looking...
Dorothy?
Tell me truthfully, why are you so thankful?
By keeping my tenants alive, she's making me a rich man. Every month they live, it's more coin in my pocket.
Yeah, no, I can't wait any longer. He's just too bad a person. But he's worth the full amount now, so fuck him.
Was I that evil to deserve such punishment? My only regret is that no one will mourn me. For never been loved.
Well, you're a bad person. So I feel nothing for you. I shall do my best to help everyone else in this district before the night is over.
Joe, please, I don't have your money.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right?
It's not my call, Barrett. You pay one way or another.
Please, Joe. How long have we known each other? We even used to be neighbours, for Christ's sake.
I'd prefer not to give you another beating, Barrett.
I remember how I resolved this.
Please, take a browse of my wares.
I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse then?
Wow.
Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
As a merchant, you see Whitechappel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Is it filled with people who are filled with shit?
Violence is
Are the vermin of the world
increasing.
inhabiting it?
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Yeah, goodbye for now. Dick butt.
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am.
I'm much taller
Dr.
than he is.
Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Well, that's good of you, I guess.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
Most people don't become thugs when unemployed. This is a choice you made.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Ooh, I have been given a hint.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I'd known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
Without making excuses for him, it's safe to say that despair can poison even the sanest mind.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against a wet boot boy.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
I will solve this problem.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
So, you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Wow.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in our country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Wow. You are not making me like you, buddy.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition. What do you mean when you...
All science.
Quite a judgment.
But you are...
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Wow.
Fire is just the instinctive answer of a caveman facing something he does not understand. This is the 20th century.
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechappel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Wow. What a lousy person.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
He might need eating, I'm not sure. But it'll be quite some time before I can. Hello, friend.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechappel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
Could be they're vampires, who knows? Oh, I need another fatigue treatment.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed. So much for the glorious British Empire.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechappel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
You seem like an alright dude.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
I do need to find... Right, I have a map. Merchant... Hideout.
Pay me a glass and I'll be gentle. Pay me a bottle and I'll be nasty. Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions,
very
if
tall.
I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You
That
seem
explains
to
the
respect
accent.
her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechappel. Everyone should respect that.
The priest didn't.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed. Or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Fair enough.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechappel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechappel to start another fight somewhere else.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
I mean, he's
Are
black.
you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to
20th
get a
century
good
England.
fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Fair enough.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly, but it is not your concern, Doctor.
It could be.
Do you know Nurse
Dorothy?
I could help you.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
I could be your friend. And I do mean friend. I need to try and make a fatigue remedy.
It's locked.
Why is it locked? That's silly. Oh, hello. I do love a good murder mystery. I just need to make these people as healthy as possible. I should have checked her health. Fool that I am. I mean, I have many remedies right now, so. Because I killed one guy, I just need to make sure everyone else is healthy. Cigarette case and a ring. Cigarette case and a ring. Small bottle and a cigarette case. Lots of smokers. Aha. Small bottle and a cigarette case. Whew. A lot of smoking going on here. Cigarette case and a ring again. So everyone here was married and also smoking. Hello. Bag of pills. How are you? No, it's all good. How are you? Never know if it's going to run. Feel that fire on the fire. Mercy now, so look closer. Cadigan's treasure. That's good, that's good. Like to have one of every treatment. No. Do believe enhanced handling, I say. The stun I've already got from the previous upgrade. Okay, I need another good handle part. But right now, my cudgel is good. Improved firepower, improved velocity. I think velocity might be a little better this time. Grandma, gotta take care of Grandma. Grandma's pretty cool, Grandma. Go. Ooh, blood absorption. That's the general reason I... Yeah, sounds good to me. Alright, time to go back out there and be a doctor. Oh. Blood as addiction. Vampires drink blood. This may be their most specific trait, the sinister peculiarity of their condition, if I may say so, but for me this is not the most important characteristic of their diet. What has always fascinated me since I started to study them is the imperative need for blood they seem to endure. They want it more than anything, and this desire can drive them to expose themselves. Ugh. And when they drink it, Morty, they seem to feel some sort of trance. An ecstatic epiphany, said to me once a Vulcan I'd interviewed in Moscow. I'm convinced this is a central element to understand the nature and condition of vampires. They don't drink blood because it sustains them, but it offers them ecstasy. Vampires are addicted to blood, all of them. It's part of their nature. And those among the immortals who refuse to submit their appetite to the strength of their will only are never freed from this addiction. Nah, it was alright. It was just unexpected. Small bottle and a cigarette case. Shillings and a watery blood sample. Cigarette case. Let's explore a little bit more. See what else there is here. Let's unveil leave. Oh, never mind. This was the door to get out. Gotta find that journalist. I gotta find the prostitute again, too. Got to, actually check her health. It was a nice talk, but I didn't actually check on her health. She looked and talked healthy. There is a priest here who must be died. Well, must is a strong word. I would certainly like to. Okay, good. I didn't check her health, and I feel like I should. I did kill the guy. You weren't here for it, but I killed him.
It's locked, all right.
So that's why I couldn't do it. What? Oh, the fact that it was locked? Yeah. Serious. Oh, lame. Was it sexual in nature? I'm not thrilled with these load times. A new follower! I like new followers. Greetings, new follower. Welcome to our channel. I appreciate you. Oh, she also has fatigue. Damn it.
Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
I must now make more fatigue medicine.
I should never have taken up my father's business.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough like... well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechappel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
I'm sure your father did his best when he found this house. Times are tough for everyone, young man.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here
Two more
is
fatigue
so
treatments.
terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
You're such a good kid.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
Why aren't you just a ray of fucking sunshine? Maybe there's a workbench in here.
It's locked.
Dear Mr. Peterson, it is my duty to inform you of our refusal to accept your application for a job at the dockyard. I must thank you for the time spent at our office explaining the difficulty of the situation with your ill boy and the loss of your beloved wife, but it's also my duty to point out the policy of our company. Expressly reproves the employment of former criminals or convicts. Your unfortunate connections with the ill-famed Wet Boot Boys have been duly noted. These are hard times, sir. Finch and Harper intend to reward first candidates who pass the small inquiry we'd like to conduct about our future employees. My deepest sympathy, and may God be with you and your family. Professional vampire hunters. If you ever suspect someone to be a vampire, don't try to kill it yourself. You have no chance. Instead, contact me or try to inform a professional vampire killer. These men and women are rare, but they know what to do against these evil creatures. It even seems that some of them are working together under the name of the Guard of Priwen, a paramilitary organization dedicated to the eradication of vampires in London. They are your friends. You are not alone. Solutions exist. Be smart, spread the word. Clarence Crossley. For more information, please contact me directly. Clarence, how could you? Okay, so I need 2 more fatigue medicines, and I have enough to make those. Honestly, at this rate, I just need to start carrying a bunch of them. let's see. A migraine. He's recovering. They're not investigations. I need citizens, damn you. A migraine on Benjamin Palmer. Recovering. Harry Peterson has fatigue. He has fatigue. She's recovering from her fatigue. Haven't really... Oh no, you're good. Haven't met everyone in Whitechappel yet. I must meet them all.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
Oh my god, get over yourself. And shut up while I rob you.
Time to pay, one way or another.
Don't be an asshole.
You're late. Where's my money?
No. Not quite ready to deal with Lady Crane. I'd like to know more things.
Where's my money?
Every person I speak to, I learn more and more about her. And I like to learn. And I must heal all of these people, for I am the doctor. I am Herr Doctor. Did I unlock it? Yay, unlocked it! Hooray! Cool. I am now the Herr Doctor. Going to go make a bunch more fatigue treatments. I shouldn't be hungry. I feel like drinking water activates my appetite rather than getting rid of it. To be perfectly clear. And then again, it could also just be because I'm a fucking vampire right now. And that puts me in a predatory state of mind. Though the soup was good. Very filling. Quite a bit of soup. Gorge. Oh, well, I'm also psychic. But yes, I did finish eating, and I ate... I ate more than a decent amount, I'll tell you. I just am so hungry all the time. We've got a couple treatments for anemia. Let's go ahead and get one more treatment for cold on me. Get another treatment for sepsis. Oh, like because I'm not depressed, my appetite is actually working? I mean, that does make some sense. Common handle part. Common trigger part. Okay, I don't have enough to make any of those things better. Wait, do I have enough to make my cudgel better? I do like this cudgel. Makes me very happy. I do not. Good handle parts. But my weapons are now significantly better than they were. So... time to go heal the people with science. Delicious medical science. The point is, I could eat more, and I would not be unhappy. But I'll wait a bit, because I have overeaten in the past. Took the dog out for a walk, like I mentioned earlier in the episode. And it was more of a run, because instead of just trying to go my own pace and watching her strain against the fucking leash the entire time, I went ahead and decided to just try and keep up with her, which I did for a bit. But as I tried to keep up with her, she was like, okay, I can go faster then. And so she just started like full on running. Until I was like, nope, I don't have the run stamina that you do, and I'm on a full stomach worth of soup. So, just not happening. Alright. There's Joe Peterson, who is healthy. Barrett Lewis.
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure.
I could kill this kid right fucking now. But I won't, because he's a good kid.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Man, lots of things could be worse.
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
You'll feel better with this. But you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this. But I thank you for your concern, sir.
Things will get better, young man.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
That's why I'm not gonna hurt him. That's why I gave
Soaked with glue.
him medicine. But he seems to fucking appreciate it. Oh, I'm so sad all the time. I'm just a little sad boy. Little sad boy. Little sad boy. Punk. Yes. So that was the reason. Oh shit. Oh, okay.
You waste my time with your talk. You still want more from Christina?
When we spent the night together, my wallet went missing.
Are you calling me a thief? I don't have your stupid wallet.
I know you. You're a nice girl. Can't we solve this amicably?
No, I don't think so. And if you think you know me just because we share the bed together, you're just a lousy and arrogant journalist.
I must resolve this for my new good friend Clayton Darby. She is just doing her best. She does not judge people, just steals from them.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can
Wow.
only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Wow.
Tell me, Clayton, do you really think this young woman stole your wallet?
Christina.
Jesus Christ, she's right here.
Met her. A nice girl, despite her questionable conduct.
How exactly did you meet Christina?
During my investigation,
Watching me ask very loudly.
to rest and get away from the street.
And what happened?
The next morning, my wallet and my watch had disappeared. I suppose that's what you get for being a good Samaritan.
If you are going to sleep with a lady of the night, Clayton, I would advise you to be cautious.
I can't really be mad at her, though. She's just trying to survive.
See, he gets it.
She doesn't have many options.
He's a good fella.
Was it wise to become so intimate with a woman you were supposed to interview, Clayton?
Maybe it was. But I have learned to look for the inner truth and beauty in people.
You're right. I know little of your situation. What can you tell me about Christina?
She is very sensitive. So nostalgic about her country. I saw her cry once because she'd lost a precious souvenir from her homeland.
What was it?
A scarf her brother gave her before she came to England.
Why are you so concerned? You seem to have something on your mind, Mr. Darby.
That we could make peace if I could find it and give it back to her. But I'm afraid she lost the scarf somewhere during her night shift.
I can find it. I find things.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Just loudly talking about it right in front of her.
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
Oh, good, you ate. What did you eat?
Did you steal Clayton Darby's wallet? Tell me the truth, Christina.
Of course I stole it. But I never thought he would come back to look for it.
Why did you do it? He seems to trust you.
For a time I thought he was different from other men. In the end, he just wanted to sleep with me. Same as the others.
Perhaps Clayton is different. Maybe you two should talk. A conversation couldn't hurt.
I know what I am and what people call me. I sleep with men for money. If I can accept that, why can't he? No. My future is with the ones I love, not with Clayton Darby.
The ones you love? The money you stole is not for you, then?
My brother is still in our hometown in Romania. I am the only one who can buy him a ticket to England.
New hint available,
Tell me, Christina, is it worth risking your health and your life for your brother's safety?
He's the only family
Turkey
I have
dinner, that
left.
sounds awesome.
I had to leave Romania without him. I can't be happy until he is near me again.
I understand your concern. I spent many months away from my family when I served on the front line in France.
Every
And
time
my sister
I
is
write to
dead.
him, I fear I won't receive an answer. It kills me to know he is still there.
England is perhaps not the best place in the world to live at the present time. Are you certain it's worth the sacrifice?
You think you know it all because you fought in the war. But my brother is no soldier.
I know. We all understand the risks to soldiers, but we don't necessarily recognize the civilian casualties caused by these conflicts.
Yes. Wars are decided by rich men who will never take the risk of
Jesus
being
Christ, the
shot,
commentary
raped,
in this
or
is
maimed.
biting. I love it.
Does your brother know what you do to earn the money to bring him here?
Don't be simple, of course not. And he must never know. Everything will be different once he is here with me.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
And yes, I did have turkey dinner last weekend. That's how I know, you know, how exciting it is to have turkey dinner. Turkey dinner is delicious. Ah, Thanksgiving's tomorrow for you, eh? Hello, human.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know
she's
what
mute.
you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Very well. Goodbye, then.
I must find the answers to her muteness. Pretty cool. I enjoy deep roleplay experiences like this. Like, I really do. I played this game like 2 years ago and stopped playing for reasons that I can't fully remember. If I had to guess, I'd say it had something to do with probably moving around that time or getting distracted with a different game. This fella is very big. Isn't it though? Isn't it?
This man stunned me with his faith. His crucifix. This is not good news.
No, it's not, my friend. I too found his faith a little stunning. Ooh, getting closer and closer to the person who can read Braille. Ooh, I'm so excited. Cannot wait. I'm assuming this person is blind. Most blind people can read Braille. Oh, hello. Hi, guy. Oh, did you guys ever see the remake of Fright Night that they made, like, sometime in the last 10 years? You know, it might be, because I know that there are multiple endings possible. And there's a lot to do in it. The gameplay is occasionally a little chunky. But that's just because they clearly put, like, more time was devoted to the social aspect than the combat. Combat is pretty simple. And that's not a bad thing. It just is, you know? Excuse me. Shit. I fucked that up. Oh, man. Oh, do not forget to press that like button on this stream. It's good for my analytics. If you're not strong enough, remember the blood of citizens is the fastest way to evolve. That doesn't mean it's the best way to evolve. I have only killed 2 citizens because they sucked. Might kill that priest. He seems like a bad dude. Like, he hates the nurse who's giving away free medicine. What kind of priest is that? But I'm trying to keep it under 5. It's just, you know, you find these people and they suck. But it'll be a long time before I can eat him because he has a willpower of 4. So until I can overcome that... I should carry fire weapons. I don't know. I know that you can like it on YouTube.
I'd step back, sir. Last warning.
Yeah, you'd have to do it from YouTube. Ow, what the fuck? I didn't know that they could do stuff like that. That was news to me. Didn't think I could be poisoned. Suffering is part of the immortal condition. The pain will never stop. Cool, great. Sounds awesome. I know I'm someone who enjoys constant suffering. Wait, did I say enjoy? I meant am used to. Oh. The best thing is, this is free on PSN right now. So, like, everyone should give it a go. Excuse me, sir. You look delicious today. There we go. Make sure I got all my blood. All my healies. Must use my healies to escape my feelies.
This is no place for a gentleman. Die, vermin!
Yes, this is no place for a gentleman. You are correct.
We have to stop it!
Excuse me, sir. Don't mind if I do. You are delicious. No bombs for me, thanks. The only true complaint I have with the game is that you can't lead the vampires to the vampire hunters, or vice versa. Like, you cannot trick them into combating one another. That's kind of lame. But I understand, I guess. That's kind of a complex thing. And the way that they keep combat from entering civilian zones is probably the same. So I can't say that I blame them for the decision. Hello, rat.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh, stop complaining. It's this or people. And I know that people are tastier, but... Besides, if it was good enough for Vampire Batman, it's good enough for you. Taste it, taste it. Taste it, taste it. In a flavor neighborhood. Can't believe that got stuck in my head all these years later. Anything in your pockets? No? Do not cough in public. Seriously, the Chalk Zone was a really cool show. If any of you in my beautiful audience have not seen Chalk Zone, I'm sure it's available on Netflix or something. And I say Netflix specifically because I know that Netflix and Nickelodeon have a good relationship. So if you can find it anywhere, it's probably there. Woo! A watery, sturdy blood sample. Let's go ahead and get some Heelys. Gimme. So tasty. Gimme. Fresh, fresh, fresh. Okay. There we go. Hey, you. Oh, man. Ah, shit. I'm in trouble. Go. Fuck yeah. Okay, I'm the best. I am better at being a vampire than all of them. For I am the best vampire. Hey, it's a wool scarf. Wonder if it's the wool scarf. Oh, yes, it is. Still trying to find this blind person. Presumably blind. Shouldn't presume. It's just, who else would read Braille around here? It's either a blind person or a teacher. So, and since we don't have doctors in this district, I'll have to assume it's a blind person. Weird logic train, I'm sure, but that's what makes sense to me. Healthier and stronger. Hi guys.
Turn around, sir. It's an inch. Get it.
Hello, delicious. May I call you delicious? I think I will. Regardless of what you say. For I hunger. Booyah. Okay. Now, to find the blind person. Or whatever. That'll be them, I guess. Oh, right, this is where I died last time. I was really close, and I went the long way. Boom, boom. Good thing there's no weapon maintenance. Get the hell off me. Can't resist that. Did he resist that? No, he didn't. There's just two of them. Which, great, sure. Shit. I don't want to die. Damn it. Get off. I would really like to have eaten that guy.
Hello, sir. Sorry to disturb you at this hour. I'm a doctor inquiring about the epidemic. May I come in?
A doctor, you say? No, thank you.
All right. I shan't insist. Goodbye for now, sir.
Mesmerize 3 is required, eh? Okay, good to know. In that case, we will put that investigation on hold. A crusade, cherished souvenir. Okay, so let's track that one instead, because fuck that. Mesmerize level 3, man, fuck this guy. All the vampires I killed to get to him. Oh, maybe that's why they were so tough, actually. Because I was supposed to be here later when that would have been a more trivial matter. Love to know what her deal is. Let's talk to Clayton Darby real quick.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Do you know that Christina is hoping to pay for her brother to travel to England in the near future?
I see. No, she didn't tell me that. But that explains many things.
Do you believe she will ever see her brother again?
As long as the war rages in Europe, I'm afraid her chances of seeing her brother again are slim to none.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Pay me a bottle, and I'll be nasty.
Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
Could this be the scarf you lost, Miss Popper?
It is much more than a scarf to me. It is the only thing that connects me to my family and my country. Thank you so much.
Hint failed. I need to know the full story. I must know. I need to know things. Okay, it says that there is possibly a glitch with this quest. There has to be a way. That would be very, very sad. Of course, that was glitched 2 years ago. So... because I was like, there has to be a way to give it to her, or to give it to him. Oh, come on. I'm trying to make these districts healthy, goddammit. Where the fuck am I? This is not the way to Whitechappel. If you are sick, if you have no money, whoever you are, wherever you're from, come see Dorothy to get help. No tricks, no charges, no questions asked. Just find Darius Petrescu's house and present this coupon.
Hello again, miss. Camellia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very well. Goodbye, then.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Was it wise to become so intimate with a woman?
Maybe it was.
You're right.
She is very sad.
What was it?
A scarf.
I should be able to give him the scarf. It's very unfair that I can't. I have...
Goodbye,
the
Darby.
quest is unfortunately glitched in a way that I seem to have walked straight into, and there's no going back, so... Oh well. It's not perfect. But at least she'll have her scarf back. I still feel bad about it. Because I would very much have liked to, had the good ending for both of them. If you do it right,
Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
you're supposed to be able to give him the scarf.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
And then they will become fonder of each other. Oh well. Who else's shit can I handle before I, Okay, so I'll do these two quests next time. But for now, this will be the end of the episode. So I will catch you all next time. Bye-bye.